Well, I'm going to try one more chop video here. I started the shoe without starting my timer, so off we go then. Hopefully we can find a shoe that gives a little resistance early, and I'm still able to fix it. And, and about that, if we do get one that does that here, let's say we get down 3 or 4 units. My main objective at that point is just to get the shoe even. Winning will be circumstantial at that point. Because how long could that take to fix? How long could it normally take to even get 3 units? I don't want to fuck that up. So, let's just see what happens here anyway. So we're starting on a 2-2 pattern. 2-3 pattern. We'll test the 3-4 chop. It's not really qualified yet. We'll see. Okay. Okay. I'm going to try one little guy on the player for it not to go 3s on the second, as well as banker not going 3 at all. Tie. Could have been worse. Win. Nope, we got fucked by the natural. So you know what's coming now, don't you? The big boy's coming out now. Natural 9. So there we go. 400. Certainly not betting for a chop here. It's all seconds. So we're just going to wait for bank, I guess. Second again. But I'm not playing this. We'll see. We'll see what happens here. We'll see if it keeps coming across in that second. We're going to find out right now. It's a null bet on the chop and the banker because everything's come down. So I'm just going to wait. But it did chop. Pity. Now we'll see if second player remains permanent. Yes it is. And that's also 4 wide of a 2-2, 1-2 without anything going 3, but player is the strong side. 7-5 player. It's not strong enough to bet a $500 chip, so we're just going to bet the one little black unit, and we will see. And we will be wrong. Player is strong. 3-4 chop is strong on player. Let's find out. Yes, chopped. Okay, so this would be the requalifier for the second. Alright, I'm not going to go over the other manifestations of what I'm trying to do here, but that, yes, would have in fact gone second bank. Second seconds would have been on if we were still playing that strategy. Moving on, I'm betting the purple for the player that it won't ever go 3 bank. And once again, I got a natural. That's fun. We're up $800. So I'm going to wait. There's no chop here, certainly. So whole purpose of this is to chop video the best that I can. Let's find out. Let's find out. Oh, you know what that is. It's time to... Let's try to get the other 2. See, I'm already up 800 here. I don't have to try too hard. Right? I want to at least leave with that. If we wanted to stay aggressive, we could say it's never going to go past 2 bank, but that's the 4th occurrence out of 5. We've had 2 banks. I am a little concerned that it is going to come down this time, but I'll throw 2 black chips at it. And it did. Fuck. We had a natural 8, but we got however. So, yeah, I could just leave. Or I could play for the 3-4 chop. What do you want to do? Well, I just lost 2 there, so I'm going to burn this hand at least. Good thing I did. So, we got 2 choices here. We just put the little guy out there and try to get one of those back. Or we could go for it because nothing's gone 5 yet. But this is the first occurrence of 4, so let's test it small first. And we win. And we wait, because that's what we gotta do. We gotta wait and see if the second player comes out for a different player. Well, it did. And... Alright. Cool. Gotta wait for a chop now. Might be here a minute. Oh, it's almost 3-player. But not to be. So let's see if the seconds would have stayed aggressive again. Yeah, well, that would have to get a comeback on the player here. And seconds are surviving. They're not really making any money, but they're surviving. You would have won one, then you would have lost one, and you would have got one. Anyway, that's all. You know how that works. If you've been watching, you know how that works. I'm not going to go through that. But trust me, you wouldn't have made any money on that variable yet. You would have won one unit, and the rest would all be just getting your money back. So, fuck it. We're just going to wait here. Are we? No. That's a 2-1-2-1, so I'm going to bet a little unit on the player here that it will chop. Chop. Chop, chop. Nope. Okay. Well. I don't have to risk the purple. The job's finished. I'm just going to try to get my money back, I guess. I don't want to be... Yeah. Alright, so I'm done with that shoe, guys. We want to keep the critical unit. I don't want to dip. If I got it up to 800 and I dip back to 5, I'm off it. So we're going to refresh the shoe. We're trying refresh the shoe. We're going to try a new shoe. And we're going to see if we can't double that take. Wouldn't that be fun? Just go to the casino, win $500 every shoe. How'd you do today? Well, played 2 shoes and made $1,000. And did that every day. I mean, gosh. If you had the capital and you played this simply, could it not always... Maybe not always. You're going to run into a motherfucker of a shoe where just nothing works. But if you're not selfish and you're willing to leave, if you're willing to net the difference... I think it's going to go bank here, by the way, but... Yep, traffic light. See that? One of each color. See that a lot, too. Anywho, we wait. That's a second bank. Gotta wait. Third bank. Qualified time. Fourth bank. Now we gotta find out. Gosh. I almost want to bet the player here, but I'm not gonna. Tie zeros, wow. 1/0, wow. Oh, it would have been player though, right? Okay. Well, I'm gonna bet a little guy on the bank because we're gonna hope player don't come. Well, so much for that. We're gonna go heavy. Got it. So because we lost 100 the first time, we paid 25 commission. That 500 ends up netting 375. Not brave enough to bet against banker right now. Otherwise, I would say try it and just see if it never goes 3 in the second. But let's see. Yeah, second bank. So glad I didn't do that. That's what I mean. It was 2-1 bank. I didn't want to fuck with it. So that was a good decision. We're gonna wait. Not every decision needs a decision. You just gotta wait and see the outcome. Normally this would be a second player bet, but we're not involved because we're waiting for chop. That would have lost. You'd have to bet bank if you were on that variable. Would have got it right back. Minus commission. Got a 2-2-1-2. I'm gonna bet small. I don't want to bet a purple here. I bet small. That will stay choppy. And I'm right on. Just barely wrong. So I wait. Welcome. Dodge hand for artificial loss. But it did chop on the 3-4. So I have to sit on my hallway stairs because I don't have a room in the house where I have quiet time anymore. So I'm going to end this video shorter than normal because I don't want to sit here. But for the video so far, we're up 775. That's not bad. Player hasn't come down 3, so I'm going to bet small there that it won't. I am accurate. Now we simply wait. Second bank's hit every time, by the way. Let's see what happens here. Not this time. So, back to the chop. Ooh, 9/8 the hard way. Look at that. Look at that. If you're on fucking bank and you just hated your life. That's brutal. You managed to pull an 8 out, but it wasn't enough. Because player already had the 5 to make it 9. Anyway, I'm going to try moderately hard here. This will be for the win, basically. If this wins, then we don't ever have to bet it again. As soon as this gets it over 5, we're done. And then you just do the little stuff. So, the answer is no. Pain. So I'm going to burn a hand. It's another player. Natural 9. I'm going to try to get the difference. Okay. I'm going to go for the 2. I'm going to go for the 2 here. You know what? I'll go for the 3. Fuck it. I'm not going to do 5 though. That's too many. Got it. Got her own natural, bitch. Okay, so prime objective now is just get 5 and get out, because we're already out of hand. We're about a quarter of the way through the shoe. More than a quarter, actually. It's not 88 hands. So we want to get this moving here. Gotta wait. Gotta wait. I've already eliminated a couple of my variables here. But the chop's all I'm playing for. But the chop variables are limited. Let's see. Okay, I got a 1, 2, 2, 1. So I'm going to burn a hand first. Okay, so it's still chop. I'm going to go small first on the player. Failed. I'm going to swing now. This guy's got to come back out again. We waited for this. It's the longest chop of the shoe. So hopefully it works. Negative. 3-4 chops undefeated. This would be the 4th victory for that outcome. But I wasn't really betting for it. The pity of it. Would have won again. All 4 times. Had a 2-shot effort. Gosh darn it. Well, you got to make that decision for yourself. How long are you willing to wait for runs of 3 to bet against for 2 hands to see if it never goes 5? I mean, you're 4 out of 4 times winning. It's fantastic, actually. And I think that's a pretty strong thing usually to pay for. The only thing that's going to kill you with that is if it's a streaky shoe. And they happen, but not often. It's not often you get like 3 runs of 5 back to back, right? So if you're doing it on a 100 and a critical unit after, as long as it doesn't fuck you on the first try, you're already done, you know? Here we are, we're at 3 players again. It's going to happen again. I've sat out a few hands, so I'm going to invest. Didn't work. Now I'm going to invest. I got lucky with the natural 8. So, still trying to loss recover here, but we're basically at even. 3 in a row in the second again. Okay, gotta revert back to the chop again on the 3-4 chop, because it's the only variable that's really working this entire shoe. This is the 6th occurrence. Tie. Wow, we got lucky with that tie, let's not lie. So we're gonna repeat that, and we win. Back to even. Let's see if it goes second player here. Nope. So waiting to see what's going on. We'll see if they would have got the rebound on the bank. Yeah, they would have. Now we're just watching. 3-4 chop on banker. Got it. Nope. Miracle 7. I'm admittedly nervous now because this is the 4th occurrence of a run of 4. But we're basically even. So they can kiss my ass if it goes 5. I win. So we're up 330. So all we need is 170 more for the full unit. We wait, and we wait some more. Gotta wait. Still gotta wait. Hopefully you have some people that just don't care and want to bet every single hand for you. They're great. They do their part. So we're going to burn a hand here. And that is another chop. So we're going for this here. Not heavy, but we want to win. The test fire is a sacrifice play. Did it work? That's fine. If it worked, it still counts the same, but it didn't. Now we're going to strike. And if this works, we'll be over the 5 for the first time this shoe. We got it. 705. So for 2 shoes there, we made $1,200. $1,205 in 2 shoes, just being patient. Now this chop might never end. From this point, you can just flat bet 100 for 2 hands until it loses back-to-back and walk with the purple chip. It really doesn't matter. You're still going to have 500 no matter what, and they cannot argue with that. They can't take that from you. That's locked up. It's like watching that show, The Weakest Link. You say bank. You put that shit on the side and it never comes back out. And then all that's left are the 200s then. So should we do that? Should we just flat bet this and see how far this chop goes? It's a pretty long chop right there. What would you do? Would you just walk with the 7 and call it a 1,200 day? Or would you just try to milk this for all it's worth? Knowing no matter what, you're going to leave with 500 anyway, and that's still fucking amazing. You walk with 500 for 3 months straight, you have 45,000. You'll be smiling pretty then. But you got to have the capital to be able to do that. So I'm going to say I'm a flat bet player for 2 hands. If it doesn't work, I'm going to walk with it. All right, it didn't work, so now I just got to get it back. I got it back. But it's not very fun, right? Because you're basically saying, I got to win on the first one or I'm not winning at all. The second one is just giving you a chance to recover. But the point of doing it is, if you have a direct chop that just keeps on going, you're always getting paid. If it hits on the second one, well, you're just getting your money back. But if it's happening with bank, you're paying $5 every time to get your money back. And that's annoying because I don't need a leader back too. So, you do a couple things there. You could do 100 and just do 125, bypassing the commission and not making you, lose the 2-hand effort, on the little stuff. So let's look at this. The long view is it's gone 2 side by side 3 times and 4 times, not including this one. And of those, half the time it went 3 on the second, but it never went more than 3 on the second in a row. So it's choppy enough right now. It could be a 2-2-2-2-2. I agree, but I'm going to flat bet this for 2 hands at least one more time. It failed, so now this is where I need to get the money back. Right. So I'll do 120. I'll do 120 and pay $1 commission. That's fine. I don't want to see no pennies on there. So we'll try that. And that also sucked. So now we're under 5. Fuck, I didn't want that to happen. Well, let's make sure we leave with 500 at least here. So I'm going to just put $20 on bank. And that'll be damn close. That didn't work. Now we're going to go with the big, we'll go with the 100. We'll go with the 100 on bank. Hope it doesn't go to fucking 5. I knew it was going to do that because I said it out loud. All right, we're going to burn a hand. I thought that was going to chop. Yeah, it did. Brad got it. Brad got it with the natural 8. Well, it's never gone 4 in the second in a row. So we're going to watch this, but I just want to point that out. But it did. So we're going to wait for a new chop variant. Probably running out of hands here. I should have walked with that 5. See what I mean? It's not even about getting to my highest moment. I just want to have the full critical unit. So we're still doing just fine. They're not beating us. We walked in there and took 365 from them if we left right now. And if you did that for 300 days, you'd have over 100 grand. And that's indisputable. 365 times 300. That's a lot of money. So consider that worthy. Don't think like because you're not cashing out thousands, it's not enough. Because that's just silly talk. So the bank has never gone 5. I find it highly unlikely that they're going to go 5 back to back, but it could happen. So I'm only going to bet the little one. I'm going to see it happen. It did. And I guess anything can happen. So I'm going to do it again for the Brad. Got it. 6, 7, 7, 6. So I got to wait. I got to wait and see if they go second again. Sure did. Wow. Well, that's definitely happening now, isn't it? All right. We might run out of hands here to try to get to the 5, but we're close. So we're just going to wait. The 3, 4 is completely dead now because it's already gone 5 back to back. So we're going to worry about the second bank right now. Nope. Not worry about second player. Nope. Got 3 direct chops. Let's see what happens here. 4 direct chops. We're going to burn whatever. Or we're going to burn this and we're going to bet the opposite of whatever this is. Second player. We're going to go for it. Okay. We're going to go for this. I don't think it's going to streak again here. I'm going to put the critical on it. And you know, if it loses, if it fucking loses, I'm barely down anything anyway. So it really is, I might as well be even. But if I win, I fucking beat them. But they beat me, so whatever, fuck them. It's fine. It's fine. That's what you have capital for. It's gonna work or it isn't. Can't predict the future. You're just trying to be on it where it makes sense. So we wait for another chop to present itself and we try again. There's no more 3, 4 chops. I'm running out of hands here. It's hand 77. I don't think I have enough hands to get it right. I'm probably going to have to take this into yet a third shoe. But I just wanted to, you know, look, this is a brutal shoe for the chop, right? That's why it's not happening. Look at all those runs. Those happen. I'm glad this happened because a lot of the videos in this playlist are more choppy than not. They're all 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. That doesn't show you nothing, right? This is showing you the struggle. And even with the struggle, where am I at? Not even a full unit, not even a half a unit down. So it's like, as long as you're staying close to 0, you're in the game and it doesn't fucking matter. Your barn's not burning. It doesn't matter. You're just waiting for that variable to reassert itself, be it this shoe or the next, and then you punch them in the balls. So we're going to find it. It's not hard to do. Just got to find it. It might be next shoe. It's already 80 hands here. Even if, good, I'm glad it's over. So this will be the last hand of this shoe, and we can find a new variable. Brand new shoe now. We're just going to carry the bankroll into that shoe. So you could say that they won, but you could also say we did too. We just chose not to leave. So you got to be honest with yourself on what your walkaway amount is, and just be happy that you kicked them in the deck. Because now you got to do more work to make sure you did. So we got to wait. That's fine. It's just like a new day. You just walked in, nothing happened yet. You're just trying to find a way to win. That's all this is right now. They don't have your money, and you have a bunch of theirs from the first shoe, so it really don't matter. I'm not betting against a run right off the rip. I need to make sure that doesn't fucking come down. Well, it stops. So the 3-4 chops qualified. I'm going to bet small that it won't go 3-player, just like before. I like this because it works often. It's rare that I'll see runs back to back, especially at the very beginning, and let alone runs up 3 or more. So I love that bet. So now I'm just waiting for a real chop or a player bet to go bank. So it's second bank. Bank's 5 out of 6, so I'm definitely not betting against bank this shoe for a minute. I'm going to just focus on the player reverse to bank. And I lost. I got zeroed out by one of only 2 cards that could zero me out. So the big boy coming out right now. And we're going to hope this never goes 3. And if it does, we'll deal with it. Just going to deal with it. Fucking 0-0 tie. Check that out, bro. Player zeroed out. We had a 2 on bank. We were effectively winning the hand. We were winning the hand. The only thing that could beat us was the 8. We could get any one of the 4 face cards or any one of the other 9 numbers. We would have won. But we get the 8. So stupid. Anyway, fuck them. We're going to repeat the bet. And we win. Good. So now all we got to do is find a way to do that one more time, and it's over for them. Not betting against second bank. Could have, though. It would have won. So that just qualified the next bet doubly, because we have 4 wide on the never go 3, and that would have been the bird hand for player, and player's never gone 3 itself. So this is a double nice bet, but I'm just going to do 1. Yeah, glad I only did 1. So now I'm going to try to kick him in the balls again. And if it doesn't work, I'm going to be down half a unit. Oh, boo-hoo. Half of 1 unit. Like, please. I'm not afraid of this. I am now. But whatever. So I'm going to burn that hand. I don't know. Am I so symmetrical there, right? Look at that. It's perfectly symmetrical. That's crazy. I'm going to bet the chop here. I'm wrong. I'm going to bet the purple that it won't go on the 5. I'm fortunate enough to recollect that. We're back up 100. Now we're waiting for a true chop or a 3-4 chop. That's the only 2 things in play anymore. Both sides have managed to go 3 or more, so that's not something I can bet for anymore. Just waiting for a variable to make sense. The best that we can. Nothing has to work, but we've played enough shoes where we see things that happen frequently, and that's all we can do is work with what's in front of us. So we're just waiting for people to lose all their money on all these other hands, and we're going to get in where it makes sense based on our history, based on things that we know happen, right? Whatever it is, that's what you're doing, And like last shoe, I'd stay out of those seconds because I'm so focused on the chop variables. I don't want to be involved in this, that, or whatever, because if you try to get too cute and play for this, that, or whatever, and all 3 of those variables fail, and you're losing back-to-back hands, that's a lot of units you got to fucking loss recover then. That's not fun. So, it's funny how the shoe starts out, too, where it looks like it's going to be all bank, and now it's completely all player. So it was 5 out of 6 bank, and ever since then, there's been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 versus 3 bankers. That's crazy. So I gotta wait here. I don't know how far they're gonna go, but that's 3. So now I'm going to reduce to the little guy, and I'm going to bet against the run for 2 hands until something goes 5. Okay, so that worked for them. Now I'm going to bet the big one that it won't go 5. Otherwise, I'm back in the grind again, you know what I'm saying? But if I get this, the job's finished. Commission notwithstanding, the job will be finished. I lost. So now I got to do work. Fog. Good. I'm glad I do, because I'm not going to cherry pick these shoes, guys. I'm not going to show you things that just always work. I want you to see you don't have to fucking lose your fucking mind because one little thing didn't work. Doesn't mean like the sky's fucking falling. Be aware of the second player here now, though. It's 4 out of 5, and this would be 5 out of 6 if it's second player. However, nothing's gone side by side 3 times on the second. It's a null bet to me, but I'd have a slight advantage on player here. Let's see what happens. 6, yep, player 1. So, there you go. 5 times in a row, player hit on the second player. That's pretty strong variable, but I'm not playing for seconds. I'm playing for chops. So I got to sit out all these beautiful hands that could have won. 3-4 chops dead by virtue of player going 5 already, and player is indestructible right now, so I'm not betting against it, but it did go bank, so now we're going to wait. This is just not a choppy shoe either, is it? It's just not. So I got to wait. And let's see if it goes second player again. Sure did. It's fucking crazy. Let's see what happens now. And let's see if it goes second bank. And it does not, so it would be a loss recovery move for the player. And player will, if it hits second player, be 7 in a row. That is sick. But let's find out. Sure did. So look at that. Outside of the first player of the shoe, everyone since came down at least 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If you took $100 and parlayed that for the seconds, just on player, commission free by the way, you would have had it turn into 200, 400, 800, 1600, 3200, 6400, 12,800 off of $100. Fucked, right? That is fucked. I know it is. Ask yourself how hard that would be to do when you're fucking loaded with tens of thousands. You're just going to fish for that variable and just try to get it to flip. You'll have hundreds coming out of your ass. That you can afford to try that. But there's no way to know if it's going to happen at the beginning of the shoe, the middle, the end. There's no way to know. You could be there a while. But the second you catch one, you pay for all those losses. You get it to flip that far. Not something I'm a big fan of trying to do, but if you don't give a fuck kind of money, you could probably find one eventually. It's just fucking. How many shoes have I shown you where that shit happens? So let's just see here. There's another player, by the way. It's fucking disgusting. Another one. Look at this. It's gonna touch the bottom. Nothing's touched the bottom yet. Nah, Brad got the Brad special with the 9. Run a 5, chop the 9. All right, well, anyway, we got another 9. Let's see how long we got to wait now. Okay, chop. Yep. All right, so we got 4 there. So whatever happens this next hand, I got to bet the opposite. Chop. Okay, so I'm going to do a little one first. Because I'm a little nervous. I don't want to bet 2 perps back to back when I'm down on the unit. I want to slow roll this a little bit. I could have read it out there and got it right back, but that's all right. What we're going to do now, because we have 5 direct, we're going to run that back out on the parlay and just try to flip it for 3. Nope, didn't work, so now the big boy come out. I hope this works. It's a beautiful chop now. Yeah, we got it. Fuck it. I don't care that it was a 6, guys. I'm not going to be playing in Canada no more. I don't think it's too far. Customs are pricks, and I'm just done with it. So, anywho, we're back to even, basically. We just got to find a way to win one now. So, I'm going to burn 1 hand because that was a critical win. Tie. And So it did chop, by the way. Dang. Sometimes I hate burning the hands because that stuff happens where you can just win every time you burn the hand. I hate that. But we're going to reduce to the little guy. We're going to try to get this closer to even. And we got it. So we're down $20 from even. That's nothing. So, we only had one other occurrence where it chopped 3 direct and it went across 5. This is the second time it's happened. I'm going to invest and stay on it without burning it. And I got a natural. Perfect. It's beautiful, actually. I'm going to parlay this. If that doesn't work, we're going to strike for it. Okay, well, you know what we're doing now. We win. So now we're 145 away from the critical unit win, and that will effectively be $1,000 a day. So it took 3 or 4 shoes to get there, but we're going to get there. We're going to catch them all. Still, look at this 1-2 chop. If you weren't burning hands and you were playing this entire thing, let's say from right here, even, every one of those was a color change after that one. So you'd have 1, 2, 3. It would be on a 1-2 bet. You'd have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 positive units. That's fantastic. But there's no way to know when it's going to happen. So you have to have some kind of a qualifier. And mine would be after some variant of 3 or 4 chops without it going 3, and that would have been it. So that would have been nice. But anyway, you got to have something to look for. It has to be relatively specific, because if not, you're going to put yourself in too many failure opportunities when we really only need to win once. We're filtering it, is what we're doing. You know, running it through the Brita filter. So anyway, I'm going to reduce this to the little guy, and we're going to try that again. And I got a natural. Just easy win, no extra cards needed. Perfect. We're 45 away from the critical unit. We can go fuck home. Got another natural. There it is. It's $550. You made $1,000 every day and have 30 grand a month. I'm just saying. Fucking go buy a new car every month. Wouldn't that be fun? It's not hyperbole if you have the capital to sustain this kind of strategy. Okay, look at this chop. Nothing's going 3. That's free money. Please never forget that. I could die tomorrow. Take a good look. That thing never goes 3. You're never losing. Never. So, anyway, it's physically impossible to lose on one of those. This fucking mess, yeah. You can't call how far they're coming down. Comes out 3, stops, 4, stops, 3, stops, 5, stops, 3, stops. Oh, look, it's 5 again. Nope, stopped again. Ain't that a bitch? Look at this. Never fucking stop. That's gorgeous. I walk into a shoe and I'm not there and I see this, I'm just fucking mad. Mad. Especially if I had money to play with. Fuck. I can't stress it enough. And that's why I made this series. Alright, we're at 38 minutes. It's longer than I thought it was going to go. But we got to our number. I don't have to keep playing. I don't. But that is a nice run of chops. So let's see here. I think my daughter went back to bed, so I'm going to go back in here. All right, let's see here. Yeah, player. Sorry, I had to recollect my thoughts. Got another 9. Look at this, bro. And just not being selfish, just flat betting. Tie. Ugh. Well, we got another crack at her, right? sigh again. You know what I'm struggling with. I want to attack, but this has just gone for so long. Yes. Playing with fire. Something's going to go 3 eventually, right? You think this is the one that's going to go 3? Or should I just go for it? I spent all this effort getting this back. There's 2 problems about this. If I'm successful, I'm thinking, well, great, I'm a genius. But if I lose, I'm like, fuck, I look stupid. But you gotta just write off the fuck off, right? Even if it lost, and you spent all that time equity trying to do this, you know you can get a unit, right? So it's not the end of the world if you had like 40 of these. You had double that starting bankroll. You wouldn't be too stressed. When it's 10 and I know I only have 20 of them, it's a little different. They mean a lot more the less you have. And I think that's what's really cool about... Fuck, I lost. About building at the beginning is once you build it, the hard part's done. If you never increase it, like you just maintain the same level of success every month. But we gotta get that 5 back again. And if I do, I'm definitely leaving. But I needed to show you, you know, I'm kind of glad it lost. I needed to show you what happens if you're selfish. So we gotta grind again now, right? We'll find it eventually. But not like this. Not like this. It's running again. That shop's definitely over now. So, we'll find a new one. We'll find it. A lot of ties, it feels like. I don't even know. Yeah, fair amount. 8. Yeah. A little scatterbrained all over, but there was a skip tie, but whatever. I'm not worried about all that. 3 direct, gotta wait. We're almost there. Okay, that's 4 direct. So I'm gonna bet the opposite of whatever this next hand is. If it's a player, it's gonna be no, it's banker. So it's 5 direct. Gosh darn it! I really don't want this to go 3 bank. Look how many single banks it's been. Oh my god! Just look at the stupid bank never coming down. That was a lot on a parlay. Every time it go bank, you flip it again on a player. It's sick. So sick. Yeah, it makes me sick just to look at it that I wasn't involved in that, but yeah. What are you gonna do? You can't bet for everything. But I'm gonna try one. And it lost, that's okay. So now we're gonna attack. Good. I don't want to have to play another shoe. We're basically there. We could just walk with that, okay? We'd still have 950 on the day. 955, I think. But anyway, I'm going to maintain where we're at because it's not going to last forever. Certainly did not. So I'm going to do a 2. I'm going to do a 2 here. And that'll be enough to leave. No. What's that 2? Damn it. See what I mean? It's always that last little bit that gets you, right? Ain't that it too? Like, you'll have everything you need, but it's just like you just need one more, or even half of one more. Little one, even. And they still find a way to get you. Get you got. Okay. I'm gonna pocket that 150 because we finished that shoe in the positive. So I'm gonna refresh this. That puts us at no less than 650. All right, I'm gonna try one more quick shoe here. We're at 650. Let's see if we can at least get 350 out of the shoe to get a clean 1,000, right? Which would be less than a unit. It would be less than a critical one of these. Okay? So, commission don't even hurt us right now. We're just trying to win. So, let's see what we get. Alright, get a bank. And a player. Oh, well. Yeah. Huh. Should we just jump in? Looks fun. But it's a second bank, so we'll wait. Yeah, player. Okay. So we're going to bet the opposite in this next hand. Banker is still chopped, so we're going to go for it. No, we're going to go for it. Thought we're going to get fucked. Fucking hell. Damn it. But that can happen. You see what I mean? It's not always going to be fucking sunshine. So we're going to try and hope this ain't going to go 3 player. Try the little stuff first, and I'm right. Of course, when I do the little stuff, it works every time. I'm going to wait. It's another chop. We're going to bet against it. Lost. Gotta go crazy. Alright. I'm kind of glad that won because I don't want to take this video over 1,000, an hour, right? I don't want to have to do a part 2 to this effort, as it were. So that's second bag, and it's a 4 wide chop, so I'm going to go for this, even though banker's a strong side. Oh, good, I got a natural. So we're back to even. Player's a weak side. Nothing's gone 3 side by side. I'm going to do 2 here instead of 1. Oh, strong variable, though. Alright, we got it. So, we're basically at a little over 800 combined with all these shoes right now. We left last shoe with 150. We put us at 650. This is another 150 plus 10. So we'd effectively be at 810 right now. Not bad. But we continue. We wait. I'm going to burn a hand for the chop here. Since we just won the big one, I don't want to give part of it back. Trying to dodge a theoretical loss, and it just keeps chopping. Dang it. Alright. I'm going to go one little one on bank. We're in with the 6-7. So we only got to get a little more for this shoe. Effectively, we're at a total of 905. We really only need one more little unit here. Need is a relative term. Get 900 for fucking 3 months. Let me know how you're doing. 27,000 a month. Well, I'm gonna burn one. I just feel like players decide to bet against. Well, there's a player. So there we go. Got it. I'll flat bet it on player. Got it. I'm gonna parlay it on bank. By the way, we have 450 right there. Just gotta attack. Now I gotta do purple. I got the natural. 725. So I just guaranteed us the win. And frankly, I could leave right now and I would have 1375 combined. Fucking great. You see why runs are total nonsense? Look at this. Look how long this chop is. It's not going 3. I got 2 chances. Understand the value of that. It's amazing. It's my favorite part of this fucking thing. The whole idea of it being 50-50 is centered around chops like that, bro. It could do this or it could do that. Fuck the green stuff. It's not hurting you. Sometimes it saves you, to be honest. So, we're good. This is definitely a burn hand. Make sure they're not coming down side by side. They're not. The player has yet to go 3. So that's a strong variable. Fuck, I mean, Bank's only gone 3 once. Nothing's going 3. This is a gorgeous shoot. And I'm barely betting shit because I'm just trying to get off this with a victory. We have 10 minutes left before this is an hour. I'm trying not to make these an hour. But you see why I had to, right? So what would you do here? Tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to bet the remaining profit, even though I'm going to get commission on this if I'm wrong. That, not profit, but over the 500 marker, right? If I get this, great. If I don't, then the shoe's done to me. Because both sides will have gone 3 at that point, and I'm not going to, try to reinvent the wheel. So hopefully I get this. If I don't, it's okay. I got it, so fuck them. Yeah, I know there's 25 cents making things look convoluted there, but effectively it's 7.44. So, not bad. Sorry. It's getting a little late now. For me. Trying to get up earlier. So, that was a good win. Good win. I'm gonna burn a hand. And it's banker again. So last time it was 2 side by side, it jumped. But everything's jumping, so it's hard to really put any stock in. I'm just gonna do the 1. And it zeroed out. It lost 1/0. God, that's brutal. I guess I'll flat bet it again for the 3 for a chop. It got it right back. Okay. Now bet against the player for 2 hands. Nothing has gone 3 in a row in the second. This would be the first occurrence if it does, so I'm going to bet against it. And I get a natural 9. I'm right. So, good on me. I like to pat myself on the ass. Makes me feel better. I'm right. 52, 53 minutes. Okay. We don't have to keep playing this fucking game, guys. We really don't. 650 plus 839. I mean, guys, we're basically at 1,500. We're like a table minimum away from 1,500. What do you want from me here? Crap out, I bet, right? Listen, I told you I'm the guy in the pamphlet. I'm capable of fucking anything up if I stay long enough. And that's the whole point here. You don't want to stay too long. You've already got the job done. Imagine making $1,500 a day the rest of your life. You'd have fucking 45 grand a month. Tell me how fast that would add up if you're just not a piece of shit. Seriously. I think about this shit all day long to help all of us. It doesn't have to be hard. You just gotta not be a cunt. So we're waiting for a chop. Gotta wait. Alright, so nothing's gone past 3 yet. Okay? I'm gonna go for that. I'm gonna invest in that. This is the first occurrence of 3 player as well. But I'm gonna go for it. And I'm right. I got a natural 9. So I'll tell you what, if I had 650 before and I've got 900 now, I've got over 1,500 now. I've got like $1,583.75. So it's closer to 16 than 15, right? It's amazing, right? You won't sleep well thinking about how stupid easy this really should be. And I'm sorry for that, but you're welcome. But you got to realize not every shoe's going to produce like this. Look what the other one 2 shoes ago or whatever was doing to me, where they were all coming down. That's going to happen. Okay? It's going to happen. You got to be able to identify that kind of shoe when you see it. You don't have to stay in that mess. You could have flattened out and go all chopped sooner or later. Yeah, maybe. But the closer that game number gets to 60, I'd be thinking about trying to get off it if you're struggle busting that thing. You don't have to make every shoe be a winner. You just got to be a winner yourself. Doesn't matter where you do it. You just got to do it. So, anyway, we're going to find out right now if this is going to go past 3 ever, this shoe. It might not. I see shoes like that that never do on either color. And this one isn't either. I just chopped it with a natural. So, you're just looking for variants that you can use for the chop. The chop can mean a lot of different things. It can mean the direct ones, like it did right here. What, 7 in a row? Yeah, 7 in a row direct chops. Or you have like this, where it went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 chops before it came down 3. On a two-handed effort. That's amazing. What if you were betting 1, 2? You'd have 114, and you would have gave 3 back. You'd still have 11. 11, whatever your bet was. Fucking sick. So I'm going to wrap that up there because I got to go to bed anyway. It's 11:30. Jeez. But just on that shoe alone was over a G. And that's good enough. And when I add that to the other 500 and then the other 150, that's a total of I'm tired, leave me alone. 1650, 1675, 1678 and 75 cents. Fucking disgusting, just being patient. And there were a couple shoes that we had that were producing like this on the 3-4 chop. But you have to qualify it. And if I lose on one variant, I'm not going to play for the other one right after that typically. Because like I said, I don't want to lose 3 here and 3 there. Or 2 here and 2 there. I try to guess, I guess, the best I can based on the way it looks. And you can't deny this shoe is a choppy shoe. Through and through. Even when the 1-2 chop stopped, you would have got it immediately back. I mean, gosh, if you were playing it on a 1-2-3 effort, you never lost this entire shoe, right? Because even if you bet 1 and then bet 2 and it lost, if you bet the 3 when it got to 3, you would have recovered the first 2 and you would have won every other one, right? I don't recommend doing that because it's a 6-unit structure bet, and I don't like doing that anymore. I used to do it all the time. A shoe like this, though, would have been 100%. You would have never fucking lost. But you can't count on it. So I would be happy with that take every single day. Have a good night.